Now to our other top story. Just hours ago, Toledo Public School leaders approved a recovery plan for finances in the district that works to shrink a $68 million budget deficit. The new plan outlines staffing reductions, program cuts, and long-term cost-saving strategies required by the state. We've got team coverage on all this tonight. Steve Iwanek is hearing from teachers reacting to the news. But first, let's go to Silver Barker with all the details. And Silver, quite a number of changes expected for TPS.
Absolutely, Dan. The board said tonight at the meeting these changes focus on how Toledo Public Schools plans to balance its budget over the next 5 years and what specific changes are moving forward now. The TPS school board approved a precautionary written plan required by the Ohio Department of Education, outlining how the district will address its $68 million spending deficit. Board President Bob Vasquez says the plan is based on estimates of student enrollment and funding from the state and federal government.
There are assumptions that we have to make about our enrollment, about the money that we get from the state, and of course about the money we get from the federal government.
The plan includes cutting nearly 100 positions in the first year across administration, teachers on special assignment, and support staff, with more possible cuts in the future.
Oh yeah, we're talking about cuts to staff, and we have to start notifying people tomorrow. Yes.
Several programs would also be cut, including community hubs and the Internal Board of Review. The district would reduce food service hours, pause non-essential travel, and delay the opening of Scott Park campus from 2026 to 2027.
Just merely putting a pause is no more than saying, let's evaluate our financial situation.
Superintendent Dr. Romulus Durant says no schools will close, but the district may repurpose 6 elementary schools and 1 high school to better serve community needs.
We have the highest rate of homelessness of school-age kids in the state, which means how do we use this building differently that we can address our homeless families, get mom, dad, a GED or whatever it takes to advance themselves or beginning levels of college courses.
As for those drastic changes that we've previously reported on, such as the 4-day school week proposal, the board decided tonight to create an oversight committee for the transformation of the district to make those decisions moving forward.
We'll have a board member who's a participant of that, along with community members, along with staff members, and that's where we're going to get everybody involved to come up with some of the solutions that we need to come up with going forward.
District officials stress these ideas are not final. Any potential cuts would still require negotiations with union leaders. In studio, Silver Barker, WTOL 11.
Silver, thank you. Continuing our team coverage tonight is Steve Iwanek. And Steve, for the first time now, we're hearing from the teachers about all this whole thing. And what do they have to say tonight?
Yeah, well, Dan, I think it's fair to say the signs inside the room told the story. This jam-packed meeting was filled with TPS teachers demanding that the board and superintendent, Dr. Romulus Durant, stick up for their job security, student education, and above all, transparency.
Cuts are not leadership. New teachers need support. Put students first. Just some of the signs shown by over 100 TPS teachers inside Thursday night's board meeting.
Solidarity is our safeguard.
Kids deserve the services and the supports that we currently offer, and I want them to have the best that they can have.
Janine Blosser, a science support teacher serving 4 TPS STEM elementary schools, was among those speaking out. She and many others came in worried about a district plan that outlines roughly $68 million in cuts. That plan was unanimously approved by the school board Thursday night, and over the next 2 years calls for more than 200 job eliminations, including about 120 positions tied to the Toledo Federation of Teachers.
There's a lot of hurt, a lot of distrust, and it doesn't bode well for future relationships.
Melissa Cropper, president of the Ohio Federation of Teachers, says Thursday's vote was made without proper transparency and that there's still details that need to be clarified.
You want us to work side by side with you, then bring us to the table when these decisions are being made. Don't just come into a board meeting and make an announcement where, by the way, you didn't even say what's in that plan, so people still don't know what's in a plan that was voted on.
Democrat State Representative Erica White was also in attendance. She called the layoffs a gut punch for Toledo and says the state legislature needs to look itself in the mirror and reevaluate its priorities.
The state does bear the brunt of what's happening, and so we have to make sure that we're holding the state accountable. We're also making sure that taxpayers aren't, there is a double-edged sword here.
Now, Kevin Dalton, the Toledo Federation of Teachers president, was not available for an interview tonight following the meeting, but he did speak at tonight's board meeting, saying that the union would not budge on the details of their contract despite the upcoming changes. Steve Iwanek, WTOL 11.